What's up guys, Excalibur here, and welcome to my Kingdom Hearts 3 Trophy and Achievement Guide. This time we'll be tackling Datascraper. Okay, so this one's kind of difficult to get, and like all minigames, it requires quite a bit of trial and error. So first you need to complete San Fransokyo, which is the Big Hero 6 world, and then go to the South District at night, because you can only do this at night. Go up here to this big gate, and then speak to Fred right here, because he is going to give us our first Flash Tracer course. And this one is kind of simple. This is the one that you did on your first visit to San Fransokyo, so you should be pretty familiar with it. So, the goal of these Flash Tracer missions is to get an A rank on all of them, and for the first one, you need to get at least 6,000 points, I'm pretty sure. So, there are 3 ways to get points, the first one being collecting those rings that you just saw, the second one being killing enemies, and the third one being the time bonus that you get at the end. So, depending on how quickly you finish it, you get a bigger time bonus, and the time bonus is actually very important, because it gives you more points than these rings or these enemies. So the general rule of thumb when you're running these Flash Tracer courses is to always go after, always try to find the path that's quickest to the end, even if that means ignoring rings. So only go after the rings if they're directly on your path. Like here, you can't really do much other than, you know, go after the rings. So just try to get as many of them as you can, but later on you'll see that I'll skip some rings, and that actually saves me a lot of time. So this is basically all you have to do with it. With the second Flash Tracer course, there are actually some other things that come into play, like how strong Sora actually is, because there are a lot of waves of enemies, and you need to have some pretty good stats to tackle those, or you need to have a good strategy. And I'll show you guys what my stats and what keyblades I'm running my equipment after this Tracer course. This is not really important here. There aren't many things you have to kill here, and all the things that you have to kill you can easily do with the big red ball over here. So one thing to note about this thing is that every enemy you kill when you're on top of it gives you 500 points. So again, just like the rings, don't go out of your way to grab them, but if they're on your way, just kill the enemies. And we should be pretty close to finishing this. So all you have to do is go up this building here, and I think the end is after the Err Stepping courses that we have to do. Right here, you can just ignore the enemies. It doesn't matter if you get hit, as long as you're not playing on Proud Mode. I'm not playing on Proud Mode, by the way. I'm playing on Normal, because yeah, this would be pretty difficult. You could have just skipped those rings. I don't know what I'm doing, man. Alright, so Err Stepping, just in case you don't know how to do that, it's aim with the shot lock and then press square if you're on PlayStation. Don't know what you do on Xbox, I don't really care. So just Err Step to all of these posts, and then the ending is right there. This one is incredibly simple, but the second one, that's where it gets difficult, and that's where you need to pay attention to all of the small movements that I make. Like, no matter how tiny the details may seem, you need to follow everything to a T. Okay, so we have 2 minutes 32 seconds, 40,000 points, 26,000 time bonus. Look at how big that time bonus is. That is important. So here you can see we're running Crystal Snow. That's the Keyblade that we're going to be using, as well as 2 Sorcerer's Rings and the Celeste Triad, which bump up our magic stats to incredible levels, because we're going to be using magic a lot here. Then you can see all my abilities here. Most of them don't really matter. Super Slide's important, some combo boosts, Thunder Boost right there, the Attraction Enhancers, and some yeah, I already said Thunder Boost. Well, pretty much that's all you need, and then my stats right there. Some magic boosts can help your magic go up to higher levels. You could also eat some meals, which increase your magic stat. I didn't do that because I'm too lazy. Oh man, too lazy to eat food. That's a new low. Anyway, so go to this big blue building here, and then Go-Go standing on top of it, speak to her, and then she asks you if you want to try Hero's Course. More like get your ass kicked by Hero's Course. So, first of all, concentrate. So now, we're gonna fly over to the right, grab these rings here, dash over to the left, grab these rings, and go back to the right and grab those rings. Now, start shooting immediately so you can hit all of the lamps at the end there and still grab all of the rings here. That's important, because this course is all about optimization. So this part should be incredibly easy. Just hold down the trigger and you should be able to hit all of the lamps. But once you get here, make sure you're at the bottom left, and then slowly fly up, dash to the left, grab those. I haven't figured out how to hit all of these lamps yet, but it doesn't really matter. Stay in the center to hit all of those, and then these lamps also, just hold down the trigger and you should be able to hit most of them. Normally I only miss that one, I don't know how to hit it. But we've reached the end of it, just hit those and then you get off of Baymax right here. Now use an air step to go straight to this pillar right here, use double flight and then air dash over the building to avoid walking on it. Before you hit the ground, air dash, and then right here you need to hit the enemy that has the attraction flow. I use Thundaga to do that. Go into the attraction flow and then immediately finish it off. As soon as you can, of course, and then hopefully that kills everybody. If not everybody's dead, use a Thundaga to kill them, then go up here, air step again, get onto that pillar and then or a pole and then slide on the rails. I don't know how to hit all of those rings right there and still get fast, but it doesn't really matter. I just air dash and then on those rails. So here you can get some easy points, but I was kind of panicking, you know, palms are sweaty, mom's spaghetti and all that, so just hit all of that. You can super slide here to hit all of this. I was going a little too fast and wasn't able to hit that last set of rings, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Then once you get off here, use another air step to get to that post right here, and then use your attraction flow attack to hit, or not attraction flow motion attack to hit that guy and get the attraction flow. Again, mom spaghetti, I couldn't do it, so I just do that, kill the first wave of shadows, and then finish the second wave with your magic carousel attack. Then hopefully everybody's dead. If there's one straggler left, kill them with a normal attack or use a Thundaga, doesn't really matter. And then go up the building here, grab those 2 sets of rings, and then from here we're going to go straight up, ignore the other ones because that's way too slow. And I realize going left to right is a bit jank on these buildings, so you might need to practice that a little. Jump right there to avoid the landing animation. Same thing right there, you can jump to avoid it, and then if you have enough height you can air dash over that. I didn't do so well. So I'm gonna hit this guy 2 times to build up my arrows in the bottom left, and then and to push him towards the other enemies, and then finish it off with a bunch of Thundagas and Thundaza, and then lock onto as many enemies as you can here. Hit them all with your what's it called, the shot lock. Kill as many as you can. Hopefully everybody dies, and then the last wave of Neo Shadow spawns, and this is where it gets tricky. So I'm gonna try to do as much damage as I can with my attraction flow here. And then now I'm just waiting for my MP to recover so I can kill them off with Thundagas. If you have ethers, I think you can use them here, and that makes this all a lot easier. In hindsight, I probably should have let myself get hit by enemies more to recover my MP quicker, but whatever. We did it with 3 minutes and 7 seconds. And the time bonus is really important here, because if you finish this in like 3 minutes 20 seconds, you get, I think, 8,000 points or 9,000, but if you finish it in 3 minutes 7 seconds, you get 19,000, so that's insane. The tiny optimizations for this stage are important, so like all the stuff I was talking about, like jumping to avoid landing animation, dashing over the building at the start, that's really important. Make sure you get all of that down. Takes a ton of practice to get the muscle memory for this one down, but once you can do this perfectly, it's incredibly satisfying to watch and to do. So I hope that was helpful, and I guess I'll see you all next time. Peace!